So that's what it broke down. Really interesting. Man, my wife made me some nasty drink. I have no idea what the heck this is. It's something supposed to help your metabolism. It might be like apple cider vinegar and lemon, honey, and I don't know what else in it, but it's gross, but I'm drinking it. So, hopefully I ain't got to run up off this mic. Ron is from Canada. Ron, where you're from, there's not a lot of racial tension in Canada. I mean, it exists, you know what I'm saying? But in Canada, number one, crime is lower. Racial discrimination is not as prominent. It may be hidden, but I don't think it's not like here. I mean, it's a lot of white, black issues here. A lot. They keep getting swept under the rug. But Canada did not colonize Africa or bring Africans over to enslave us and help build up a country. You know what I mean? All that stuff. So, number one, Canada has a whole different something else going on. I mean, they were probably from the motherland of British. The British, you know what I mean? So that might be just as bad because in the past, the colonization of many African countries and the British and the French, etc., was an issue. You know what I'm saying? But I can't really say much about Canada. You know what I mean? So the Canadians, they are what they are. But like I said, I don't think they have an existing culture of racism occurring. Right now, we got all kinds of things from all kinds of directions. We got racism going on. We got Russian infiltration going into our social media. We got a president who's got accusations every day about something. Can y'all imagine if this was Obama and we had all of these different things occurring, porn stars accusing the president of something, half the cabinet quitting, half the people calling Trump a liar. I mean, all kinds of things that Trump's got every day, man. I mean, for real. This was Obama. Can you imagine that? Seriously. Doesn't make sense. Well, Ron, I know you said you got poor folks too. I understand, and there is social class things that go on. You have rich get richer, poor get poorer. Rich try to rule over the poor. I mean, you have that. You have that everywhere. You have that even in Africa. You have that everywhere. All kinds of civilizations exist that way. But what I'm speaking about is not just a social division. I'm talking about a racial division. That's what I'm speaking about. It's probably blacks and whites can date each other, not looked at as being funny. You know what I'm saying? You don't even look at somebody as black and white. You're just there. You just see somebody in Canada and they're a black person in Canada. You're not, oh, they're black. Oh, it's a black girl. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that. Well, this is a white guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, that's a guy. He lives on the west side. You know what I mean? It's interesting, man, in other cultures and other countries how things work. But you got to think about why we're like that. You got to think about why it's like that. You got to think about how we came here. You got to think about it was never corrected. It's never been a correction. It's never been a we're sorry. It's now get over it. So what are you going to do about it? That's kind of like the attitude now. You know what I mean? Not to say that anybody has to pay for what they did because that's now generations ago. But people don't understand the magnification of it. Their generational advantages. And they don't understand it. Their generational wealth, the generational gaps. The people who may live in a trailer park right now, but yet may look at somebody else who's a black man who's in a $400,000 house, and they think, oh, it's an advantage. He's gotten to that point, and look, my grandparents, they had to work off the land, work hard. You still have an advantage. You've got, even if you're at that point, you still have generational wealth behind you. And you have the advantage of just being who you are. When you go to put in a mortgage application, you're not discriminated against. When you get ready to put a job application in and your name is John, my name is Kysii, they know I'm black. I may not get the job because my name is black. That's what we still have existing. You don't think it happens? Look it up. There is a lawsuit right now with Bank of America for mortgage discrimination. Same thing happened with Wachovia. I think the same thing happened with maybe BB&T. I don't know. Lots of banks. Maybe Fidelity. I don't know. A lot of places. But my resume says K.L. Ingram. I got my job on my resume saying K.L. Ingram. Crazy, right? But you don't know till you call me. And I'm like, what up, man? What up? Welcome to Wakanda. That's what I say. But no, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. That's how it goes down. So, the crazy thing about it is, I mean, at some point in time, things got to change on that. It will. But will it change in our time frame? Will it change in any time frame that we know? You know. We can't point fingers and put the blame. But people don't understand, like I said, things like this we got to continue supporting. If we're going to support Black Panther with the strength, with the vigor, with us all going out supporting, we got to go see this movie, we got to be able to do the same thing with other things, other endeavors. So when I say what's next, I mean that. I mean going and getting investments in real estate. You know what I'm saying? Being able to put your money together and going and getting a house together. You know what I mean? Y'all said who's talking. That was my son saying good night. Damn, my mic is very good. It was all the way upstairs and all the way across the house. I have an excellent mic. You got to go out with that same vigor. You got to be able to take that money, take that excitement, take that motivation, and do other things with it. Schools, culture. Take back your families. Mentor some kids. There are so many kids who are lost, man, out here. Don't have a double set of families. I mean, double set of parents. Just a single mother raising them. Maybe a single father raising them. But there's programs that have big brothers, big sisters. The fraternities have programs. Look. I've tapped in, and I might have saw it on my Facebook wall. The Kappas have something called a Kappa League. And it's an excellent thing. I actually went and sat in because I want my son, who's a junior, upcoming senior, to check out these resources. I went to something called a Sigma Beta Club back in the day, which was Phi Beta Sigma's organization. But they teach young men how to become civilized, mature men and be prepared for the world. Be prepared mentally. Be prepared culturally. They showed us how to use a fork, how to use which knife, how to dance this way. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is like ballroom dancing. I mean, we had all kind of stuff, all kind of cultural stuff that we usually wouldn't be exposed to. We were taught all that stuff, man. Dressing, tying ties, just stuff that you really ain't exposed to a lot, man. The whole college tour, going to different things, man. So that was what I went through. I actually was in there with Mike Tomlin, coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Senior year, me and him were in that same organization. So this Kappa thing, I took my son to 2 weeks ago. It was interesting. There was a guy in there who was breaking it down with his paycheck. This guy was a CFO of a pharmaceutical company. He had his check on a projector. This dude's check was once every 2 weeks. And it was like $8,000 or something. I was like, oh my God, this dude makes some money. But he had like $8,000. And he was showing after taxes, the difference. These are the taxes that come out. This is the health insurance come out. Because these kids never saw this. He wasn't bragging on how much money he made. It wasn't even about that. He was just showing these are the type of taxes that come out. This is your health insurance, how it comes out. This one here goes to Social Security. Boom, boom. He was showing that. And then he had a work activity where he said, okay, what type of lifestyle are you guys looking at? You're trying to become this occupation. So a person might say, okay, I want to be a computer programmer. That's what they said. So he said, okay, the average computer programmer in Atlanta is $70,000. So he had a worksheet that asked people, okay, what type of car you want to drive? You picked the type of car you wanted. It was like a radio drop-down list. What type of house do you want to live in? It said, I want to have this square footage, this many bedrooms. Do you want to send your kids to private school, public school? You choose that. What type of clothes, this. So you chose all that. And then in the end, he was like, okay, you don't make enough money. Your choices were way above your means. This was real life application. No kid is taught that. Colleges don't even teach you that. It was real life application. You know what I'm saying? Real life application of dropping knowledge on proper planning, on budgeting, on choosing what occupation you want for that lifestyle you're looking for. Because, in these days and times, our kids, they look at a lot of material things. Ooh, man, look at that Bugatti. I want that. I want this and that. But they don't necessarily know the means to get to it. They just know, I want to make money. I've seen kids even to the point of saying, okay, if they live a lifestyle like me, a regular Joe, a regular job with a house and a car and a wife, that they failed. I actually heard that. I'm like, wow. Not a bad thing if they're shooting high. If you're shooting high and you're like, yo, if I don't reach that goal, then I failed. That's fine. But I'm like, damn. Y'all shooting really high. So I hope you are going to occupation and the proper schooling to garnish. To nurture and fertilize that dream you're talking about. We got to talk real. We got to talk real to the kids. We got to talk to them. Make sure they're not selling dreams. Make sure they're well prepared. It's important. So the mindset of Wakanda was the start of it. It was a seed. It was something planted in our minds and our hearts. It allowed us to dream. It allowed us to see technology. It allowed us to see a set of strong black women who were leaders